Fused relationships are generally defined as interpersonal relationships that avoid separation anxiety in the expense of personal individuality. These relationships, usually in pairs, render both individuals' sense of self and personal autonomy as non-existent. Pairs who have this kind of relationship fail to recognize this as harmful as they view it as meeting the other person's needs. Problems in a relationship usually turns too emotional rather than being practically progressive as the anxious individual discourages any kind of freedom to express personal opinions. Essentially put, fused relationships are full of reactive actions instead of effective actions. Individuals are divided into two categories: underfunctioning and overfunctioning. Underfunctioning individuals desire to escape this situation, but afterwards, they realize that they cannot handle the independence. Meanwhile, overfunctioning individuals obsess over the reform of the underfunctioning individual, thereby imposing total control over the latter. There are other types of fused relationships. Individuals who depend too much on one another but constantly argue over different situations have a fused, hostile relationship. If violence exists between the individuals, then they can be considered to have a fused, violent relationship. This can be used to physically realize control over the other. Some victims exhibit pity towards the oppressor when the latter gives them perceived goodness. For example, starving the victim, then later on giving them food. Even at times thinking that perpetuating the violence will eventually make them a better person. So what can be the solution to this kind of relationship? The opposite of fusion is differentiation. Differentiated individuals repel fused ones and vice versa. Such individuals hold on to independent opinions and beliefs, usually foregoing any form of dependence towards another individual, may they be close relations or acquaintances. The unconscious goal of fused relationships is to eradicate any form of individual autonomy. This is why at least one individual needs to be highly differentiated in order to avoid or fix our fused relationship. Individuals must lessen reactiveness even at a small extent in order to be objective about situations, causing them to suggest independently. Anxiety towards the other's reactions should also be lessened to allow a sense of freedom. This also creates a positive atmosphere of trust. Individuals involved in this kind of relationship must acknowledge the uniqueness of their own existence, where this existence means letting go of a guaranteed safe space. All in all, both individuals must exercise trust over the other's capabilities of independence, both in their body and mind, to be able to live in a healthy relationship, devoid of total control caused by anxiety and fear.